Hey, so this video is to call for reform to the Department of Building and Safety in the building process in Los Angeles. Before these fires, it was an absolute nightmare to build a home. To get plans in the city of Los Angeles to build a home, it takes 9 months to 12 months just to get your plans approved before you can start building. Then it'll take another 12 to 18. And on the back end, to get a certificate of occupancy, it takes 3 to 4 months just for someone to come and just stamp it online. Before you could go to the city and deal with them and talk with them directly, but since COVID, you're not able to even go in the offices anymore. That needs to be eradicated immediately. More importantly, we need more workers there. It's not rocket science how to fix this problem. To build a home in Los Angeles, to get your plans approved, it should take 1 to 2 months. There are many types of builds in this home, from hillside to flats. There's so many different versions of builds, but it's also been done 1,000 times before. So it shouldn't take more than 60 days to get your plans approved to build a home in Los Angeles, and then you can start building. So it should be done in 12 months, be done in 14 months total. Holding that time to get your plans approved and the holding cost to build, that sucks up so much money from builders, because most of them have construction loans. They could take that money they get and put it towards many other projects which would solve the building crisis that we have in Los Angeles. It's so easy. Now, I'm not even talking about the Coastal Commission. Now, if you live on the coast of Los Angeles, Malibu, Palisades, all up and down Santa Monica, all up and down California, it takes 3 years before you can even break ground. It takes 3 years to deal with the Coastal Commission, to go all through their hoops and ladders to get your plans approved before you even break ground. So it takes 5 years roughly to build a home there. Because you're going in, you have to do all the checks going through, extra careful. They need to reform that immediately. You should have a report that goes out every year, or if people are starting to build, piggyback off their reports on it to get your streamlined approval process. It's a nightmare. It's a shit show. Again, it's nothing we haven't seen. There's homes being built along the coast every day. So it shouldn't be rocket science to get these things streamlined and approved. It's just sucking money. That's what they want. It's just a money grab to suck money out of people. You think the holding costs the builders are building down in those areas for 3 years? They can build 4, 5, 6 more, 10 more homes. It's just crazy. That could solve the process. So Mayor Bass, Governor Newsom, we need mass and fast active reform on the building process in the city, in all cities in California. I'm sure it's not just just here. To get things done in speed line of process. Now think about this. There are 10,000 plus families. Most of them are going to be wanting to rebuild. Not all of them, but most are going to be wanting to rebuild. Can you believe the shit show that's going to incur if they don't do any kind of streamline action? Yes, there's going to be insurance expediters. Yes, if you're building in the footprint of the coastal areas, that you shouldn't have to go through the Coastal Commission. It'll be a little bit faster, but it's still going to be slow as hell. So you need to get your shit together. You need to come up with forms, systems and process, hire more people. You hire more people, you get more approvals, you'll build more homes. It's not really rocket science to get this done. And that'll also solve the housing crisis we have in the city. But we have a major housing crisis now. There's 10,000 families displaced right now. So you need to get it together. You need to have systems in place, processes, hire more people. Just get out of your own way. I mean, all of this, you can't prevent fires, but the shit show that's occurred during these fires, you absolutely could have. All on you. A lot of bad hires, a lot of bad inept people running the show. It's time. It's time for the adults to come in here and get shit done. And we're ready. And it's going to happen. You need to get together. It's just shameful what's happening in the city right now. Before all this stuff happens, it was already been a nightmare to build in the city. It's already been handcuffed. Waive all these linkage fees, waive all the fees, the 5 million, 10 million, whatever, the fees you're trying to grab money, for the homeless projects that are being lost in people's pockets. It's time. The time is now, because it'll change. It'll change by getting you out of there. I think people are ready now to see the writing on the wall, the stupidity that has been, the ignorance that has been running the show here in Los Angeles and California. It's time. And people want to blame the private insurance companies. You can't really blame them. If you're a business person, you see how inept. So the private insurance companies, when they came in, you're like, hey, we need to raise our premiums. The fires are happening. A lot of it's because down power line, because SoCal Edison has monopoly. They're not improving the systems. We're not forcing them to improve the power lines. putting them underground, etc., updating the poles that have been sitting there for 100 years. So if you're a business person seeing the shit show who's running the state, see that people aren't properly cleaning the forest floors, doing all the things necessary to prevent what just happened. You can't prevent fires, but you can certainly mitigate them. So when you're a business person seeing that, and then the Department of Insurance refuses to deal with them, they got the fuck out. They're like, peace, deuces. We don't want to deal with you idiots. And look what happened. So a lot of amazing families cut their insurance. The California FAIR plan only goes up to $3 million for single family homes. And it takes 2 weeks to even get a quote from those idiots right now. So, the average home in Palisades is $3.5-4 million average. So you got to mix and mingle. So it's just a catastrophe of events. So soup to nuts, let's get our shit together. Let's help these people out. It's such a tragic thing that's happened, and I really feel like a lot of this could have been mitigated if we had a lot of preventative steps beforehand that you're supposed to be doing. All the taxes that property tax that goes into people that are paying, not to have water in their fire hydrants, shameful shit. So Mayor Bass, get your shit together. Let's get some reform, and probably not going to see you next term.